Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hooty Hoo KSU football podcast. My name is Griffin Nichols. I am your host. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. We've got championship game tonight, Conference USA, Jax State, KSU, 7 o'clock p.m. We got to get that win. Let's get that win. Listen, here's the breakdown is go back and listen to the preview I made for Jax State a few weeks ago, right? Nothing's changed. This is a power rushing team. They're number 4 in the country. They run the ball nonstop. Cam Cook, I believe, is the MVP for Conference USA in biggest impact by a newcomer, whatever that award was. Jerry Mack, Coach of the Year for Conference USA, as well deserved. Point being is that if we look at last week against Liberty, teams given up, Kennesaw State gave up 264 yards to a running back for Liberty. Obviously, that cannot happen. Now, because that happened, we may be in a position to where the team kind of knows what's coming because they saw it last week as well. So hopefully to be better prepared for what Jax State is going to bring to the table. I think that if we go back a couple weeks to the Jax State game, we know for a fact that lose those 4 turnovers, get rid of those 4 turnovers, because the one thing to remember about those 4 turnovers is not only that you turned the ball over 4 times, but where you made the turnovers. Where did these things take place? And all of them, all 3 interceptions took place within the opponent's 30-yard line, which I remember talking about in the recap that was 9 points at least, if we have a field goal kicker who can make them. That was 9 points at least that we have taken off the board. We lost by 6. So Kennesaw State can move the ball on this team. That was established. I think that the rematch always favors the team that lost the first time around because that's where that motivation comes from. So Kennesaw State is a 1.5 point underdog at Jax State. Last time they played, Kennesaw State was a favorite on the road. Jax State has not lost a game yet this season at home. They beat Western Kentucky, who I felt was the more talented team last week at Jax State. So it should be a good game. We should see a competitive, close game that hopefully comes down to the wire. Well, hopefully Kennesaw State blows them out, but most likely it comes down to the wire, which is who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. If you can shut the run down against Jax State, or at least contain it, if you force them to throw the ball, they don't do that well. So how do you do that? You get them in 2nd and long, 3rd and long. They're not going to keep converting those things. Kennesaw State's offense is much more explosive, much more... There's a lot of other options than just running the ball. We can run the ball. We can run the ball with the quarterback. We can run the ball with the running back. We can run the ball with wide receivers coming around with reverses or motion. But we can also throw the ball with accuracy, with depth. So, again, Binyard will be huge tonight. Amari Odom must not press so much today that you make mistakes and you turn the ball over. We cannot turn the ball over. If we don't turn the ball over, we win the game. It is that simple. Head-to-head, Jax State versus Kennesaw State. If Kennesaw State does not turn the ball over, they win the game. That's it. I mean, it really comes down to that. Now, something that is out there in the internet. So we're going to slow it down, push the brakes a little bit, but this is a possibility. So you're looking at all the championship games over the next 2 days. There is a scenario, if certain teams win and certain teams lose, that Kennesaw State, with a win, could be in the college football playoffs for the national title. That is a possibility. It's not a very high percentage, but there is a possibility. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at all the matchups that are happening this weekend. Look at the James Madison. Look at Duke and Virginia. Look at Tulane, North Texas. There's another one I'm thinking about. The UNLV Boise State game. Basically, what you want is you want the teams that have 8 wins. I think they're 8-4 right now, to win that game. If they win that game and they become 9-3 or 9-4, right? Kennesaw State would be the only one of the group of 5 teams other than Tulane and North Texas, I think, that would have a record of 10 victories. Therefore, Duke, if they were to beat Virginia, which is the key to the whole thing, if Duke beats Virginia, they are now 8-5. Kennesaw State has a better record and a conference championship. Kennesaw State would have a better record than any of those 8-4 teams that become conference champions. But all the teams that are favored or that have better records, like I think James Madison is 10-1. Those kind of teams right there are 10-2 probably. Those teams right there, obviously, if they win, they've got a better record. They're going. But who knows? I mean, the possibility is there. Can you imagine what that would be? That would be wild. So, let's just take care of business. Just beat Jax State. That's it. Play clean. Let's hold off on the false start penalties back to back to back. No stupid mistakes. Do not beat yourself. Be calm. Just take care of business and don't press. This is the second time. Yes, there are nerves involved. Yes, you are playing for something 100%. But that doesn't mean you have to press so much that you implode and you turn the ball over and you defeat yourself, because that's what happened last time. So let's not defeat ourselves. Let's go get that win. Let's see where the chips lay once we're finished. And go Owls. Hooty Hoo, KSU, let's make it happen. I will be on here with a recap probably tomorrow. Okay, have a great night, guys. I want to get this out to you fast. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.